Hi everyone. I wanted to talk about a really serious issue, and that's dementia. Um, as we get older, it's an omnipresent health condition that many of us know people who are experiencing it, and potentially some of us might also face it in our future. And of course, anything we can do to offset it, delay it, has got to be a good thing. There's a lot of health advice from doctors and researchers about diet and exercise and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not really going to go into any of that. That's for them to talk about. But I did want to share something that it's sort of out of experience in the last couple of years, but also from joining some dots between what I'm trying to do and some of the reading I've come across that, I don't know, has some interesting parallels and sort of makes sense to me, and it might make sense to you. So there was an article I read recently, and that is, why does the issue of time seem to go much slower when you're younger? When you're older, it seems to go very fast. And the author talked about one of the main reasons is that when you're younger, almost everything you do is a first. It's novel, it's new, and therefore life is full and enjoyable and enthralling. Your first kiss, your first date, your first job, you get the idea. Whereas when you're older, most of us have had a fairly full life, and particularly if you allow it, the number of firsts that you get become less and less. So maybe unconsciously, and now I'm trying to make sense after the fact, that the last couple of years I've been actually ramping up my firsts in my life, doing new things that I've never done before. And, there's a little bit of fear and anxiety about doing it, but I think it's good for me on a number of levels. It keeps me fresh, it keeps me kind of edgy, and I learn things. So, in no particular order, I'll share some of the things that I've been doing. So, I've been, creating my own art, metal art, for the last couple of years, and I've really enjoyed that and continue to do that. Entered some competition, won some prizes, but it's not really about the prizes. It's just trying something new, turning my hand to it, and finding that people really like what I'm doing. And then because I've been going through quite a few health issues in the last few months, my sense of humour got the better of me. And I remember in November I had so many appointments, different medical practices, that I thought there's got to be some sort of comedic aspect to what I'm doing here, because I'm finding it just hilarious that you're in a dentist chair one day, the GP the next, a specialist the next, etc., etc. So I, it, the absurdity of it in one level got to me in a good way. And so where I live in Melbourne, I've entered into a raw comedy audition, I guess, for the Melbourne Comedy Festival next year. Something I've never done before, stand-up comedy. But yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I think there are funny things that come out of all this new life of just trying to stay alive when you're older than 60. So yeah, that's coming up in a month or so. So I'll let you know how I get on. But I've got a few, not gags, but experiences that I think people might find amusing. I hope so. If not, at least I've tried something new. I'm also revisiting something I did way back in high school that I haven't done really since, and that's I used to enjoy track and field events, particularly the discus and shot put, and I thought to myself, well, I'm really enjoying the new fitness program I'll be doing, and a lot of the exercises kind of reminded me of my discus days, the swings and that sort of thing. And I thought, well, maybe I could enter the Masters game. And it gives me a goal in November this year. So what's that, 11 months away, something to focus on, to put some energies into, and to feel like my life has got a thread of purpose in this regard, where I can focus my energies rather than just feel like I'm, I don't know, doing exercise just because it's good for me. I mean, I don't know about you, but I find that really boring after a while. The idea of like centering or shaping your exercise around a future goal, Some people do it for, I don't know, the Camino or a marathon or something, but this is my thing. Yeah, and the other thing that I've been doing increasingly is I've been keeping a daily log of the priorities that I think are important in my life, and that list has got longer and longer, and I'm up to book 3, just finishing book 3, the last 12 months or so. So I put in my walking goals every day, calisthenics, even things like mowing the lawn, looking after my feet when they were a bit cracked, doctors, cooking, all of it's like, it's easy to allow it to just slide into the background, but these things are really important, I think. And when you're out of the workforce and you're not getting that kind of validation from others to go, good job, I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to go, that was an achievement. I walked that distance. I did this. I, went to the comedy festival, whatever it is. These are the new firsts in my life. And I certainly feel like it's lifting my mood, my outlook, and it's giving me, a bit of a spring in my step. So that's got to be good for my mental health and hopefully my, neurons in terms of dementia and so forth. So far so good. But yeah, just wanted to share that insight, some linkages that I've made that I'm hoping might resonate with you. Love to hear any thoughts or experiences you've had. Put them in the comments, and yeah, we can all learn from each other. Thanks, and have a great 2026. Take care.